Good morning, Algebra 1. This is Wednesday. I'm going to give you a lesson. You don't have to do it today, but it will be due tomorrow. And I will be giving you a test on Friday because we've already done 4 lessons. This is lesson 78, okay? And it's called Rational Expressions. Okay, so here we have a rational expression and we need to solve for it. It will come down to y is going to equal something. Okay, we need to figure out what that is. So when we are adding fractions, we need to find what? A common denominator. Okay, so we need to find the least common multiple of those 3 numbers. Okay, least common multiple is 12. So if I was finding the least common multiple, or I was multiplying the least common multiple, I would say 12 times y over, in this case it would be 2, okay? Y over 2, okay? Which is also like saying 12 over 1, right? Which means that we can be cross-reducing right here. If we cross-reduce 12 and 2, it's going to equal 6 over 1, right? 6 over 1. So this one is going to equal 6y, right? Because this one down here becomes a 1 plus, right? 12 over 1 times 1/4, right? 12 over 1 times 1/4. We got to keep multiplying 12 times each one of these. We can cross reduce again, and we're going to get 3 and 1, which will equal 3. So I can erase this. So now we have 6y plus 3 equals, and I'm going to multiply 12 over 1 times y over 6. We can cross reduce that to 2 and 1. We're going to be left with 2y. Right? You can follow along in the book as well because I'm doing example 1. I'm left with 2y. Well, now we can move the variables and the numbers to their sides. Okay, I'll bring 2y over here. I'll minus 2y. I'll minus 2y. I'm left with 4y equals, that would be -3. -3. How do I get rid of the 4? I divide by 4. I divide by 4. Y equals -3/4. That one is solved. Okay? Remember, we're finding the least common multiple. We're finding the common denominator of these. If we know this is what we have to do, it's not a difficult problem. Okay, moving on to the next one. 2x over 7. I'm going to move a little bit faster on this one. If you need to rewind the tape and watch it, please do. 2x over 7 minus 3x over 2 equals 1/3. Okay? Least common multiple of 7, 2, and 3. Believe it or not, it's 42. 42. So I'm going to go 42 times 2x over 7 minus 42 times 3x over 2, right? Yeah. And then equals 42 times 1/3, right? Remember, it's like saying there's a 1 under each one of these 42s, so it is a fraction. We can reduce 42 and 7, right? 42 and 7. That's going to be 6 over 1, right? This 7 becomes a 1, this 42 becomes a 6. 6 times 2x is 12x, okay? So I'm going to skip that. 12x minus, now I can reduce this one down to 21 and 1. 21 times 3 would be 63x, right? Because that becomes a 1, so it's just 63x equals 42 and 3. That also will reduce down to 14, I believe. 14 over 1, so it's just 14, right? Yes. 3 goes into 42 14 times. Okay, so reducing down. Now, this is what I'm going to be solving for. Okay, 12x minus 63x is going to be minus 51x equals 14, right? And I divide by negative 51, I divide by negative 51. Believe it or not, that is the ugly answer of negative 14 over 51 because I cannot reduce that any more than that. Okay, that was the second example of the math lesson. All right, I hope you guys are still with me. If you're not, watch it again. All right, one more example. It's the last example that they give us for this lesson. It is x over 1, or I'm sorry, x plus 1 over 4 minus 3 halves equals 2x minus 9 over 10. Okay, so I need to find the least common multiple of 4, 2, and 10, right? What is it going to be? It's going to be 20. 4 goes into 20, 2 goes into 20, 10 goes into 20. So I'm going to be multiplying. First, what I want to do is I want to put parentheses around this because when I multiply 20, I'm going to be using the distributive property on these two right here. So it's going to be 20 times x plus 1 over 4. Now remember, this is a 20 over 1, so I can cross reduce as best I can, all right? When I reduce this down, this one's going to be 5, this one's going to be 1. So what I'm left is 5 times x plus 1, okay? I don't have that much room on the board, so I'm going to go 5 times x plus 1, parentheses, minus 20 times 3 halves. Remember, it's 20 over 1. I can cross reduce 20 and 2 to be 10 over 1. So it's going to be minus what? Minus 30, right? This one's going to reduce down to minus 30, okay? So I can write that. Equals 20. 20 times 2x minus 9 over 10. 20 and 10, remember there's a 1 here, 20 and 10 reduced down to 2 over 1. So it's like going to be saying 2 times 2x minus 9. 2 times 2x minus 9. 2 times 2x minus 9. Okay, now I need to do my distributive property. What I'll get from this is 5x plus 5 minus 30 equals 4x minus 18, okay? Now I want to combine like terms when I have them. 5 minus 30, this will be 5x minus 25 equals 4x minus 18. Move the x's over to one side, move the numbers over to the other side. Okay? I'll move minus 4x minus 4x. I'm left with x equals, I'm going to go plus 25 plus 25, and I'm left with what? 7. X equals 7. Right there. Need to see it again? Watch it. It's a good one. This will be due on Thursday in the afternoon, hopefully, and then we'll have a test on Friday. Open book test. See you then.